Hey guys, it's Omega, just making a video at 11:58 in the middle of the night. Well, not really the middle of the night, but anyway, I'm sorry for the lack of videos lately. School's been a pain in the butt. Uh, I have not, matter of fact, most of the kids where I live have been stabbed in the back by the school district, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I have IMVU up in the background so you guys can kind of see what the gameplay for IMVU is like, but I'm not going to be talking about it because I need to communicate something to my friends who I really care about, but it's just I've had problems in my past and don't really need to go into that on here. But anyway, a lot of you out there are not happy, I guess is choice of words, with how we've been treated. I can tell you what I'm not. As far as being moved up a grade when we were in middle school, we have a senior project, and we got our hour lunches taken, and that all happened to us. As far as other experimentation goes, they're like, well, the other people, many of the students go, well, the other students below us will have stuff like that too. Yeah, but the stuff that they're going to be tested on is getting new laptops and online classes, stuff that's not really that big of a sacrifice. The stuff that we've been the lab rats, and I've been saying it for a while, and I know it's getting annoying, but people aren't listening, and it's, I don't want to do a rant, but I'm eventually going to just go insane, and I've already been to the hospital multiple times because I stressed myself out over trying to help other people. And this isn't an opinion here. This is what I'm about to say is just a fact. Alright, so this is what I posted on my Facebook page. How much more are we willing to take from this freaking place? We've been moved up a grade. We've got our hour lunches taken, and now we have this dang senior project. Phone shut off. Hold on. Many people don't realize what we are in America. Not even America. What is a king without followers? So many people are afraid that they can't do anything because they're like, well, we're just one person. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the truth. One person can't do anything, okay? But one person can start something. I mean, how do you start a car? You don't just stick a key in a hole and the car starts up. I mean, there's engine parts that need to go into the car. It requires more than just one thing to start a car. I mean, it's the same basic principle. I mean, how do you start a computer? You hit the on button, but that on button, if it didn't have any components on the computer, then it'd just be a button. I mean, it's just what I need, what you need actually, what we all need is to get past the fact that it's going to be difficult to fight back. But we've all been sitting around letting them do this forever. I haven't. I've been fighting it, but I have not been sitting around, and people are just afraid. We can't all just accept that they rule us. They do not rule us. We rule them. That's how it goes. And we may not be 18 yet, but that doesn't make us any less of people and opinions. And that's another thing. I mean, this gay lesbian alliance thing, I would be okay with it if my idea last year wasn't shut down by the school district and I wasn't given any help after asking again and again and again and again. And I'm assuming most of you know what that is, the project I'm talking about. I was told I could not do it even on the campus. Not only are they letting this obviously political club inside the school, they're allowing it to be held regularly. And Mr. Federico, after talking to him, I shouldn't have said his name, but he said it wasn't political, and I've tried to communicate it to him, but those people that think that way, you can't really prove it to them, because it's just the facts are already there, and they just refuse to accept it. I mean, if there isn't anything political about it, or there isn't anything that people disagree with it about, then why have the club? Why make people aware? I mean, if it's not, why not just teach it in school? Because it's controversial, okay, and that's political. And one side of it's being shown, and the side that I wanted to point out with the money thing would have obviously been I even said that I would try to keep Obama's name out of it, and Mitt Romney's, and even Santa Claus's, and it was still denied. Okay, and somehow these people got in, and I was denied, by the way, under the accusation of it being a biased club. You know, and they said they couldn't do a politically biased club thing. So I understood it at the time, but this is unacceptable. It's just another example of how we are not being cared for. We are not being treated like the students we should, like the people we should be being taken care of. So anyway, here's another example. The senior project journals. I was told specifically, after asking multiple times, what to do with the journals. Okay? And usually journal means you have to enter in some information too, aside from just the dates. I was told, again, specifically, that all I had to do was log my time. Again, it's log my time. I was sitting after school today talking with a teacher, and they even stated that the requirements for the journal were not given correctly to us. We were not even told correctly, and as far as I know, this is the first time that I heard of this, and now we're still expected to fix this. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to happen, but last summer I was working on this project, and I did it every single day, and I can't remember every time that I did it. And I even worked for the school district. I mean, it's ridiculous how... And then, anyway, so let me keep going with this. Where's the post? I think I missed a post on here, which is not good, but... Oh, yeah, and all the teachers had a meeting about it, too, that there was a mistake on the informers about the journals thing, but I never heard of it, either. I'm sure I've already said that, but I just don't know how we can accept this anymore, being moved up a grade. I mean, yeah, I know that's what life is. I mean, there's always going to be inconveniences, but this is just wrong, and these inconveniences can be stopped. You know, how about instead of spending money out on the senior projects and on hiring people to rate the senior project, which is not going to help us in our future, or moving us up a grade and spending all the money on that when it's just a bad idea in the first place, and then spending it on advisory. Why don't they spend that money on better security for schools instead of putting a blue card outside a door telling the police officers that come in, you know, I'm not going to finish that statement because that would be a different subject. Maybe I should do a video for that. The thing that I get most from people is that, what are you going to do? What is one person going to do? I mean, it's like they expect me to do it alone. I mean, Will, you say there's a fix for it. Yeah, there is a fix for it, but I can't do it by myself. I can't fight this by myself, and I am fighting it by myself, and it's not working because nobody else is listening. And, you know, I'm hoping YouTube will either blow this up so they're going to start listening, or some sort of miracle will happen. I mean, and not to mention, not just the school district, but our government has stolen $16 trillion from us altogether. I mean, and they're still spending the money. I mean, I don't know how we can accept this. I'm not going to accept this. I'm fighting here, and no one is helping. I mean, the questions I get, again, are ones like, what is one person going to do? Well, let me tell you what. One person will start the engine, okay? That's all it takes. And I'm not kidding. And I'm not insane either. I mean, I've certainly gone down that hill. I mean, but I don't know what people expect me, like maybe he'll be quiet or something. I'm not going to give up. And I'm not giving up because I'm not giving up because I want popularity, I want fame or something out of this. I'm giving up because I care about my friends. To be honest, I really don't know what else they think I could gain out of this. I mean, even if I did get the fame, I think I've earned it by now. But to be honest, all I really want to do is just make videos on YouTube and make a living off of it because it sounds fun and it sounds like something I'd enjoy to do. But to be honest, my plans have been screwed over too. I mean, and people keep saying just half butt it. I mean, you can't do that. They've told you that no one is going to get off easy on this, and I've heard that repeated so many times. I mean, we're listening, I'm listening, and even if I am listening, it's still not making sense. And they expect us to do things that they don't even tell us to do. Now, I don't know if you guys expect this to just work off the bat. I mean, the Canyon Ridge students had more spirit on this than I did. What I want to do is, even if it's an Idaho state law, fine. We'll take it to the entire state level. We can get Canyon Ridge to help us. We can go to Jerome. We can get Twin Falls. As far as I'm concerned, we're still all Americans, and we can still fight for our rights. I mean, it's just... oh, yeah, people say, well, how... To be honest, the worst thing that could happen is that they could try to expel us all. And yeah, that wouldn't work, because if you expel an entire class, where are they going to go? They have to go back to school because they can't... What? Because they can't do anything else. Sorry, I should keep doing this. They can't go... They have to go back to a school. And even then, it would get more media attention because a whole bunch of school students just got kicked out of school. And they couldn't fight that after that. Once it's in the media's hands, they would definitely side on us because it's the kids' future. And if the kids are screaming out for help, then they're definitely going to know something's damn wrong. I'm sorry. I cussed. I did not mean to do that. But to be honest, I don't care. I just... And to be honest, I hear you. I know you're afraid to stand up, but there are so many of us that are pissed off at this. There are teachers that are ticked off at it too. I mean, if you just could see what I'm seeing, it wouldn't be as scary as you think it is, except for the fact that it's already happened. I mean, it's just one step at a time, and it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, to be honest, I really don't think George Washington thought when America declared its independence, thought it was going to happen. I mean, but he still fought, because it was the right thing to do. You know, Abraham Lincoln lost hundreds of people trying to defend... Okay, I'm going off too far. I don't have much time left. Plan is, once I know that we have enough people that care about this, we are just going to go straight up to the district office and demand our rights. And, you know, if they don't want us doing it during school, then we're going to prove our worth and we're going to do it after school. And if they don't listen to us then we'll do it during and after school. That way we'll tick them off so they can't get jobs, or so that people's jobs are on the line. And to be honest, I think the teachers would be willing to help us with this, because many of them thinks this sucked too. And to be honest, they're getting punished for it as well, because when we can't graduate, who is our parents going to go to? The teachers. I mean, it's this whole idea. I don't know who made it, and if I do, I don't know what you're thinking, to be honest. It's just... And I have a little brother that is going to the school now, and he's going to have to do the same thing unless we stop it. And we can stop it. Okay? I mean, it's just... We just need the motivation to do it. It's... Even if you don't want to come out and say it in public, I will literally jump up on the cafeteria table and start yelling this at people. I mean, I'm reaching that point. They want something done about it. I hear complaining in the hallways. I hear how much people hate it. Look, we've heard it now. We understand how much it sucks. So start doing something about it, please. Or stop complaining. I mean, yeah, the world sucks, but what do you do when it sucks? You try to fix it. If Washington and Abraham Lincoln said, well, the situation sucks, but we can't do anything about it, and sat in their douches, what do you think we'd be today? I mean, nothing ever got done by just sitting there. I mean, and I don't think too literally on that one, okay? It was... Part of my problem is communicating to people so they can understand what I'm saying, but I think that I've said this pretty clearly, and I think that I said it for enough years now for people to understand this. Look, I know I've had my problems in the past, okay? But I think I've earned the right to be forgiven now. You know, I've worked for it for a long time, and not just be forgiven, to be heard. We all have been given. We all have the right to be heard. And look, I know it's scary. I mean, I'm putting myself out on YouTube to do it, though. I'm not asking you guys to do the same. I'm just asking for your support. We can do this, and stop telling yourself we can't. That's what they want you to believe. And it has worked. It's the same thing that happened under Bush. They didn't want us to think that we could do anything about it. Matter of fact, some of the stuff we didn't even get told. And look what happens. They drop a crap on us. $16 trillion is what it adds up to now. One person brought about change. Martin Luther King was one person when he started. He's still one person. Obama was one person when he started, and he's president now, the first black president of the United States. I mean, heck, if that's not one person doing something great, then I don't know what else. I may not like the guy at all, but he's still done something great. I just don't understand how people can think this way, but in a way I do. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to get in the faces, and don't be afraid to tell your teachers now that I'm not okay with this anymore. This is not what we agreed to when we were kids. This is not. We all have the right to graduate together, as long as we've done what should be done, which is our schoolwork, not a senior project that goes over the summer. There's summer break for a reason, too, by the way. I don't know how they didn't figure that one out. And second of all, I don't really think how much... those three of the four plans that Tom Luna or whoever else those guys were proposed, three out of four of them did not pass. If 3 out of 4 of their plans didn't pass, I mean, at least they can say they're doing something, but they're not doing something that we like. The people are angry, and we can do something about it. This is the time to do something. I don't know if we can pull it off, but if anything, we can at least say we tried. And I'm one of those people that say I'd rather go out fighting than go out lying on my back, just saying, take me quickly. I'm not going to bend over backwards and just let them shove me, okay? And you shouldn't either. Some guys in the hallway are always defending themselves, like, you want to say it to my face, bro, or something? Do that here. Get mad and defend yourself. But we have to do it in an orderly fashion. I'm not saying we go beat the crap out of somebody. I'm saying we demand our rights. Remember this. Rulers without followers are people. Just people. Rulers with followers are still people, but they have the right. They can just trick other people into thinking that they're gods. Don't be afraid. Don't give in to all this media garbage about how just one person can't do anything. There are plenty of people that try to do the right thing, and this is taking a lot for me to admit, because it's hard to find them, and I'm still looking. Fear cannot rule us anymore. We cannot be afraid. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. Aside from this whole thing sucks and we can change it. And we can. We can do this. All we need to do is just get past our fear. It's completely possible. It's happened before. It can happen again. And it will happen again. We know what they've done to us. That we know what they haven't done for us. And as far as a good education goes, I was selected for the special test that determines how well the students, either in the state or in the United States, are doing. I was selected 1 out of 100 students in Twin Falls, and I can guarantee you I'm not ready to take that test to compete with some kid in China. I mean, I'm pretty sure none of us are. We spend most of our time worrying about how to get past each year. Well, I can tell you what, the kids in China have set guidelines and they know what they're doing. Or either China or Japan. Either way, this is a matter of honor, dignity, and we just cannot sacrifice anything else to just ignorance. It hasn't helped us. I mean, it's just... Please, if you want to stop me in the hallway and just tell me you watched my video so I know you're hearing me. So that at least I can confirm to myself that not people don't think I'm going insane. Because I can tell you what, if that's part of the worst thing. When you can see that you can change something, when you can see that you can help someone, and they won't accept your help. I'm tired of knowing that this will work. And if it doesn't work for our generation, it will the next. I can guarantee you that things are going to have to change. I mean, history may repeat itself, but I'd like to start seeing history stop repeating itself. Because every time it does, something bad happens. And the one thing that's never changed is that people do not stand up for themselves. And it's been changing now. The only problem is they don't know how to stand up for themselves. We do. And to be honest, I have enough stress on me already. We all do. They screwed up on my... Some teacher told me I could drop my PE credit and take health instead. So now this is my last semester, my senior year, and I have to make up a PE class. And I am not physically healthy enough to do that. And I am struggling to keep up. It's embarrassing. And to be honest, it is my own fault. But I thought I did what I was supposed to do. And that can't happen with the senior project. And it's going to happen. I want to see all of my friends up there on the graduation chair. Or whatever it is. I mean... And I think we all want to see each other up there. But this senior project thing is just... It's ridiculous.
Hello there.
Oh,
Welcome
gosh.
to our happy home.
Well, that was iMovie. If anything, I'm gonna get a lot of, laughs at me or jokes about me at school, and I'm gonna suffer for this for quite a while. But to be honest, suffering is something I'm used to, okay? I don't like it, but if it makes change, if it helps people see, then I'm going to do it. Even if what I'm doing doesn't make sense to you, at least you know that I'm trying to do the right thing. Can you still do the same? Well, anyway, so for those of you who actually just watched me sit here and listened, even if you don't know me, I guess I'll do some little iMovie annotations, introduction. What IMVU is it's just basically you make an avatar and you can play as the avatar. You can't walk with it, but you can click on these dots that will allow you to, I guess, teleport to that place. It's just a basic chat down here. You type in stuff. This is where I hang out. This is my costume, actually, but they give you an original set of clothes to wear. But you have to buy a lot of stuff. This is the house that you originally have. You can change your house appearance by going here. This is where you can save your outfits that you like. This is part of the original clothing. This is my guy right here. You can buy pets too. Matter of fact, I think this is one that has a pet. Yep. And stuff that you can buy. There's a store that you go to. You can buy credits right here. You can dress your guy up right here. You can shop for things like furniture for your house and stuff for your avatar and new rooms like what I showed you. Chat rooms is where you can search for other chat rooms. My room is where you can open up wherever your chat room is. This was actually the first. Whoops. This was actually the first room that I actually bought. It's not a bad room for a starter, I guess. People on here are pretty generous sometimes too. You can get gifts from them. Also, this is where you access your friends. This is the deal of the day where you can earn credits. I don't suggest trying to earn credits. Photos where you can take, find people, like if you have friends on there already. Music downloads, where you can play it like in your room. Walk Off is a game. It's kind of like Bejeweled, but you got dance moves and special, sort of like a boost to the Bejeweled. Pulse is kind of like a live updated feed for the game. I might do a better commentary of this later, but this is just for your friends to update their statuses. I'm not sure what Groups does yet. I haven't tried it. Settings, where you can set what graphics you have and stuff like that. Pets, I've got quite a few pets. Oh, whoa, I did not know this. Aw. Well, dang. I want this one because it's fiery and cute, so. I'm cute. I'm fluffy. And I'm snuggly. So yeah, that's my pet bio now. I didn't actually know this was happening, but what should I name him? Oh. And I'm fast. Whoopsie. I'm gonna name him Blue Flame. No, I'm gonna not Blue. I'm gonna name him Cold Fire. That's it. I suck at naming, probably. Anyway, so whoa. Wow, I've actually never been here before. I thought it was just what in the heck? This is actually pretty cool. Yay, I gave it a treat. So I can earn 15 credits, and then I give it a treat which costs 30. Yeah, that's perfect. Anyway. But yay, it's all happy. Alright, that's enough flying around for you. You're high enough as it is. You can earn credits over here. I suggest not doing that. Just buy it. You got a better chance of actually getting the money you worked for. Inbox is where you can send messages to your friends, and chat invites is where they makes like literally a personal room for people to go chat in. So yeah, that's IMVU in a nutshell. Again, it's a fun game. You can click on people, change your moods, dubstep. Yeah, and the guy that I'm in, he doesn't really like me playing that. I should have thought of that the first time. You can buy stuff that does really cool, like this one right here. I had to buy this. Hold on a sec. Does that. Wing blasts, it's pretty cool. Pretty emotionless face there, though. These are all the actions that you can use if you have VIP, or if they're just like these ones you can use. This is hilarious. Watch this. Bang! Now, doesn't that look like a guy falling asleep or what? That's what I do when I fall asleep. Just say goodnight and boom! Dang, I'm out. This is weird. I have no clue what he's trying to, what this means. Like, is it some weird, like, yoga pose, maybe? I mean, maybe it could be like an insult, I guess. You're kind of opening your legs to... Anyway, you got a kick here, which when you say hiya, it does that, which is kind of ruins my cute little hiya thing that I do when I talk to people. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's awkward. Anyway, there you can do all sorts of stuff with this thing. With this game, it's pretty fun. I spend most of my time in the Hall of the Gods. It's a great place to go, but you should know some roleplay stuff. And, well, that's literally 30 minutes of video. I don't know who's going to stick around and watch this. But, hey, if you do, thank you. It really means a lot to me. Please rate the video, please rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. Also, if you have any ideas, please send them to my inbox on YouTube, or just message me on Facebook, or Google Plus. Google Plus, I'm William Pettengill. Facebook, I'm Will Omega Pettengill. And YouTube, I'm Pull Out Your Pokets. I spelled it wrong. But yeah, in order to know where my channel is, or in order to watch this video, you're gonna have to know where my channel is. Anyway, thanks. That's literally all the time that I have. It's 12:30. I should be asleep about in 30 minutes ago. Guys, I know it's hard, and to be honest, you may not seem like it's not worth it, but you're probably gonna grow up and have kids someday of your own. And the last thing I want is for my kids to have to go through the same crap we go through every day. And it's not okay. And we know it's wrong. We know it sucks. We need to do something about it. We've been labeled by our parents as the I generation, or as far as I'm concerned, we haven't been labeled anything nice. It's time for that to change. Time for them to show us why we are this way. They're the ones that gave us all this crap. They're the ones that made us these problems. They're the ones that made us this way. Now, granted, we can't blame everything on them, but certainly they can't blame everything on us. They can't say that our entire generation is like this. It's time to prove them wrong. The time for that is past. That doesn't mean we still can't start. The end isn't here yet. Well, it's all the time I have. I'm not kidding around. This is not a joke. And I've tried to communicate this as best I can. I do this because I care. To be honest, my dad has a problem with working his butt off, and then he ends up in the hospital with like a broken shoulder or something, and he goes, I do have to warn you, people don't dress very modestly on here, and I'm sorry for whoever's gonna have to watch that. But anyway, my dad's had problems, and he's had to end up in the hospital because he doesn't know when to quit. And I didn't think I'd ever have that problem until I realized that I've been in a lot of pain lately, and I've been doubting myself a lot lately on things that should be obvious. Not morally obvious. I'm talking about like just mathematics or science stuff. I should just basically know. I don't know what that was, because I found myself thinking, what are we gonna do? Yeah. And I'm not gonna stop. I won't. And I hope you've all learned that by now. I don't give up. So, you know, if you can't beat him, join him. Please help us. Please help yourself. Well, Let freedom ring. We all want a better future. It starts with us. We already know that we can't rely on the generation that came before us. I mean, it's not us who spent away our future. It's not us that made these rules. It's just didn't start with us, but it will definitely, we will definitely be paying for this. And I'm not going to make my kids pay for what the generation that came before did. I'm not going to pay the party card. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to let my kids have to do that either. Well, that's... I keep saying that's all the time that I have, but I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Please have a nice night. And to be honest, don't get worked up. Just do your best. But don't let this slide. Night, and I sure hope this video uploads, because this is probably the best video I've done. You guys are all my brothers and sisters. I'm talking to the whole world. And I would do anything to help you. Peace out.